Hey people, this is Talem Splash, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we did Halatali, and we did the solo instance before the Ifrit boss fight. And now we are locked up in Southern Thanalan in this little tiny map here. I wonder what it's called. It's just called Southern Thanalan. We're still in Southern Thanalan. Actually, no, we were in Eastern Thanalan before, so now we were actually taken to the south. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, so we're going to queue up for Ifrit. It's a very short boss, but it still might take a little bit to queue into 12 minutes. So I will see you once this queue pops. So see you in a minute. Okay, the queue has popped. It took a while, but we did it. So let's hop into the Bowl of Embers. Let me also turn off that mic. I always forget to do that when I start the recording. All right, let's go. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not of your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of the man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail, mortal frame can serve as a vessel of the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of 9 allegiance waxes clear, thou art of the godless blessed number. The Paradons warned of thine abhorrent kind, thine existence is not to be suffered. Alright, so I guess we're fighting Ifrit. Sounds good. Okay, so let's go. This fight's not too bad. It's actually pretty fun. I like it a lot. You gotta watch out. See that? Ifrit. Ooh, boy. Tank stance, please. Sir. Please, tank stance. Stance. Okay, he got it. Oh, yeah. I was tanking for a second there. So yeah, it's not too bad. You just gotta make sure that, if your tank gets tank stance on and face it away from the party, because that, fire is gonna be a big conal there. And for the first part of the fight, that's, really all that goes on. There's not much else going for it. You just gotta move out of the eruptions there. Those are AoEs. They will explode. They can be stunned, but they're not really worth it. I'd rather just move out of the way. And around halfway through, he's gonna summon a nail in the ground, and that nail we need to kill, because if we don't kill it in time, he is just going to kill us immediately with his Hellfire. So, right now, it hasn't shown up yet. Here it is coming. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. Yeah. So here's the Infernal Nail. You just start DPSing this down instead. And you want to take this out as fast as you can, because, yeah, if you don't, it's going to be bad. It's just going to be a wipe. So, this thing doesn't have to be tanked, so I don't mind if I'm taking the nail, because the nail can't do anything. Yeah, just keep on doing damage, and thankfully the Pugilist is also doing it as well, so we're good. Thou shalt burn for eternity. Oh, there's Hellfire. It doesn't kill us once you've killed the nail. Thou art strong, mortal. They have Shiva? Oh boy, my inventory. Those are my favorite parts of Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah. Now, when you fight Ifrit in Final Fantasy VIII, I always thought that was really funny. Yeah, dodge this. This is going to be a big fire explosion. You just have to be on your feet. Light on your feet and make sure that you're always moving out of the way. And it's not too bad, you know. We've already killed Ifrit. That's Lord of the Inferno. Done. Alright. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Emulja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Meteor. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I never would have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. Let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Alright, cool. All's well that ends well, you know. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, and even taking Old Dawn interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Alright, there we go. I will give this commendation to the tank, because he was also watching those cutscenes. I actually forgot that we were still in the instance. So let us get out of here. Leave duty. There we go. And yeah, we did Ifrit. We've done our first primal. It's pretty exciting, right? And it just dumps us in Camp Drybone, which I guess is pretty cool. Let's go and talk to Thancred here, see what he has to say. Ah, there you are, Meteor. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods' I can't say this word. Ignominious defeat. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. The Emulger will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Meteor. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have had the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Yeah, I suppose so. Alright, so we can just go back to the Waking Sands with our handy-dandy Vesper Bait Aetheryte ticket, which I love so much. It makes it so much easier. Alright. Back to Western Thanland. Man, we've been all over Thanland today. From Southern to Eastern to Western. All in one video. It's pretty crazy. So, let's go ahead and run back to the Waking Sands. Man, we are so close to our Chocobo, I can taste it. We're about to get it very soon. Very soon. Our good Chocobo. Hey, Tataru. Bye, Tataru. Let's head on into the Waking Sands here. Is it a cutscene? I forget. Not yet. Okay. So, let's just go ahead on in here, and this is where the cutscene will start. Lots of cutscenes today. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Alright. Ooh, we got a new wrist guard there, too. Cool. My late arrival nearly cost Meteor his life, and I wasn't there when the Emulger took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Meteor, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Emulger undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a great power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust now you begin to see why. These recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The Immortal Flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Meteor. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best if you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that they are all to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned with included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends to strengthen the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Meteor. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Sois would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Alright, well, yeah, like I said, lots of cutscenes. We got some more time though. Let's continue on here. Let's talk to Minfilia. A hero in the making. Oh boy. Bye-bye. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without the thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalymo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Meteor. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Meteor, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Meteor's deeds spread so quickly, that the Immortal Flame should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? Eep! Your reputation precedes you, Master Splash. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learn that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Splash. My comrades speak of you with the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help you to clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are an all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the material, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You'll be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to change your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I can see that is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? They seem to like it. A fine suggestion. You are wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Meteor hear our leader speak, and then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. Cool. Alright. Tataru has had it. She is exhausted. Poor Tataru. Minfilia, too. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Meteor, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great powers want to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Meteor, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and the when of remembrance services are due to take place. Cool. Alright, that was a lot of cutscenes, but, you know, that's fine. We also have more cutscenes in the next part, because we're not doing our archer quest yet. We're going to go and, well, for now, let's go speak to Tataru, because we don't want to keep Tataru waiting. We never keep Tataru waiting. We always make it a priority to speak to our favorite Tataru. But yeah, I already have an idea of which Grand Company I'm going to pick. I'm not going to say it, because, I'd rather just have you guys, you know, find out when the time when it's actually time to find out. But yeah, hi Tataru. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Meteor. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seedseer Kane Senna will deliver her address at Mikedo's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Roban al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's going to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Meryl Blowfishfin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthael, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though. With your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Yeah, basically, we can go to the order whichever way we want, but I am going to go in the right order that Tataru gave us, because I want to be courteous to Tataru. So, what I will do is, I'm just going to go ahead and teleport over to Gridania, and in the next part, we're going to do the Gridanian Remembrance Ceremony. So, yeah, thanks for watching. This is a long part, but we got a lot done in this part. We fought Ifrit, saw the whole resolution to that, and now we're gonna go see what's gonna happen next. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye bye.